Hi, welcome back to Let's Play Curse of the Azure Bonds. This is DOSBox Mom. We're in the middle of that battle against the Mulmaster Beholder Corps. Actually, I had the game crash on me while I was recording this episode originally, so I had to restart the battle. And I found out the hard way that if you load a save game and switch equipment around within your party and save the game in that same save slot without ever clicking begin adventuring first, it creates graphics glitches which cause the game to crash again. So I went back to the save game before that, had to work my way back down the hall outside the convention center, and then save the game at a couple of save positions. So anyway, I tried something different this time through. If you take a look here, you remember all those 15 beholders? Notice their armor class is only 0. That's actually the worst armor class of any of the 4 groups. So I kept everybody 1 square out of contact with them and started peppering them with arrows. I've actually had to recast haste at least once. I might have to do it again soon. And used up arrows, taking out as many of the beholders as I could. I'm down to the last one now. Had the 2 magic users. Use up all their spells. Use up the Wand of Fireball and the Wand of Ice Storm. Yeah, by the way, I had the male mage give his Wand of Ice Storm to her, and so they've used both of those up. They've used the Wand of Lightning up. They're down to all those Wands of Magic Missiles that we got in Dagger Falls. But we've finally eliminated the Drow too. So we've gotten rid of those Zhentil High Priest, we've gotten rid of the Drow, we're down to 1 Beholder and the Rakshasa. So maybe we'll luck out and be able to finish this time through. If not, it shouldn't take very far into the next episode. So, okay. Oops, hang on. Oh yeah. See here, haste is worn off, so when I get a chance, I'm going to need to have everybody group hug so the mages can recast haste. And yeah, my ranger used up his arrows, so now he's down to the crossbow and the magic quarrels. He had a bunch of darts +1, he's used those up. And actually, there's nobody left that they can cast spells on, except themselves. I'm going to just have him guard until I can get the other mage down here so we can recast haste. And we could just use those potions of speed too, but haste would affect everybody at once. Yeah, Fireball, Ice Storm, And to a lesser extent, Hold Person worked really well on the Zhentil Keep High Priest. Yeah, notice because the Dust of Disappearance is still active, she can't target anybody else with haste, but she can target herself. And it should hopefully still work on everybody in the party as long as they're all together. Yeah. Excuse me. And I am not going to try having the mages go into melee range unless we absolutely have to. See, if we're down to the last Rakshasa or two. By the way, you remember the Rakshasa early on in the battle were trying to cast lightning bolts even though they couldn't target anyone. But they've blown off all those lightning bolts, so hopefully... we'll just have to deal with their melee attacks now. Okay, and there goes the last beholder. Fantastic. Now let's try. Okay, I'm going to move people a little bit closer, still without actually getting into melee range if we can help it. And start working on the Rakshasa one at a time. Of course, she's all out of missile weapons, at least magical missile weapons. And I'm assuming non-magical missile weapons probably wouldn't work that well on Rakshasa. So my paladin is engaging monsters in melee now, but I'm trying to aim her in such a way so that she's only in melee range of one monster at a time. Because with Dust of Disappearance active, only the ones that you're actually in melee range of can attack you at all. And yeah, we're trying to keep people bunched together in case I run into another haste, in case I need to cast haste again to finish this up. This is tedious. So I'll try to talk as I can to liven it up a bit. Fortunately, since we're down to the Rakshasas, it shouldn't be that much longer. A lot of the really tedious part where we were slowly working our way through all those beholders and very magic resistance Drow. I did off camera. But yeah, we are so going to need to buy more arrows when we get done with this. And if we could find some more magic swings, that would be good too. Excuse me. Okay, that's the first Rakshasa down. And as the paladin moves closer in, I'm moving the rest of the party up close behind her so everybody will still be nearby if we do have to recast haste. I think we're on our third haste spell of the battle. So we went in with one, and then we had to recast once off camera, and then we just got done recasting it again. Okay, they still have a few spells left. Notice the one Rakshasa was trying to cast Stinking Cloud just now. I am quite glad that we didn't have to tackle any of the Drow in melee, because those guys were all cousins of Burley, whom you might remember from Drakandros' tower. Armor class of -7 and tons of hit points. So they would have been a real pain and a half. Okay, that's the second Rakshasa down. Wait a minute. There we go. As long as any of my fighter types still have missile weapons, I plan to use those up. Keep people from being vulnerable to melee attacks. I know I could have the mages try to engage the Rakshasa in melee, but mages aren't very good fighters. Okay, well, we'll finish up this battle in the next episode. See you then.